1967, notorious Gorbals gangster Jimmy Boyle had been found guilty of murder and sent to Barlinnie.
I got sentenced to life imprisonment at 22, and that was tough. To me, it was a death sentence. I knew my life was finished then, so I acted as my life was finished. I went into the governor. He was trying to be smart. So I just leaned over, punched him, broke his jaw. So they all got on top of me. And that was the beginning of my prison journey.
Jimmy Boyle would find any means of fighting back, even persuading a corrupt officer to conceal weaponry.
I went down to the bathroom, took the knives, and just went up, passed them round, and we attacked them. And nobody could believe this would happen in the cages. You know what I mean? It was unthinkable. At the end, I was knocked unconscious, and I was actually taken to the hospital. The doctor says, he's got to stay here, he's not going to last the night. And he says, he's going back in. At that point, because a couple of officers had been stabbed, one lost an eye, it was quite an atmosphere.
On the 5th of February 1973, a radical new approach to handling Scotland's most violent prisoners was unveiled.
Beyond the heavy green door marked Special Unit are some very special prisoners. Kept in this high security unit are convicted killers. Since they were brought from various other prisons to this unit, violence in the Scottish prison system has fallen dramatically.
Jimmy Boyle was selected to take part in the radical new experiment and was taken back to Barlinnie.
They put me into an office and there was a guy, prison officer there. He threw a pair of scissors at me and said, "Do you want to open it?" That was so dangerous that for somebody to throw you a pair of scissors was like, oh, real scissors, sharp scissors. And that was my introduction to the Special Unit.
The Special Unit represented a radical rethink of the relationship between guards and prisoners.
The casual way in which the inmates and the staff mix is the essence of a unique experiment in the world's penal systems.
With trust growing, prisoners started to realise that the unit was as close as they would get to a normal life.
They wear their own clothes, and cells can be made much more homely than in a normal prison.
A further therapeutic tool in the Special Unit was its transformative arts programme. Alongside the discussions and meetings, this served as another outlet for self-expression.
And she brought in £7 of clay, and I did this portrait, and it was like a dam bursting from me. It was the first positive thing I've ever done in my life. It was just like a gush come out, a feeling I'd never known in my life.
Jimmy's sculptures caught the eye of gallery owner Richard Demarco.
I thought, you have to be seen as an artist.
So the Edinburgh International Festival in 1974, he put an exhibition of my work on.
18 months ago, no future in this cage, and now walking on the street. It was wonderful, really.
Jimmy Boyle had been released in 1982 after a stay in Saughton prison. He was a reformed character and an outspoken advocate for the unit.
Certainly support what the Special Unit has done, which has been a magnificent innovation in penal reform.
Jimmy Boyle became an acclaimed sculptor and best-selling author.
There's no way that I would be here if the Special Unit hadn't been in existence. And I'm not alone. There's other guys who've come out and all done very, very well. And you think of all the good work I've done when I come out. I've run centres to help kids for 10, 12 years. I've helped kids with drugs problems, with violence problems. And I've made a contribution, and I've paid for it all myself. Do you want people like me to come out of prison the way I've come out?